High rep bodyweight squats will ripple your quads, build a physique, and reverse the age of your legs. I've always thought that you needed weights to build your legs, until I became a father. Fatherhood has me searching for minimalistic ways to train, and this journey has me studying our ancestors. How did they become strong and jacked before modern weights, bodybuilding, and let's face it, enhancing drugs? India has an inspiring physical culture that started thousands of years ago with warriors swinging around clubs. Later on, they were some of the first to explore very high-rep calisthenics with minimal weights. The Great Gamma did thousands of Hindu push-ups and squats. He and the rest of his crew created insanely conditioned and athletic physiques. After years of barbell squats, fancy one-leg variations, and mobility-focused work, I wanted to answer one question. What can the simple bodyweight squat do to the human body? So over the course of 30 days, I did 100 squats a day. These are my findings. For most people, 10 to 20 bodyweight squats is quite easy. But arrive upwards of 25 and things start to get real. Your muscles are confused. You're used to a set taking no longer than 30, maybe 45 seconds. Now suddenly, you're reaching a minute. Wait, are we running? No, this requires a lot more strength than running. Every lower body joint is being used. This is strength endurance, a zone that I personally never messed with in my life. Yet, now here I am. Quads and glutes burning tremendously after 30 squats, fighting to catch my breath. Is this useful? Strength endurance creates strong connective tissue. This is the stuff you ignore in your 20s and start to realize it's important in your 30s. These tissues take longer to develop than muscle. And the main way to speed up the process, pump blood to these areas in high quantities regularly. This is true injury prevention. The stronger your muscles and connective tissues are, especially in a full range of motion, the less likely any harm will happen when you access that position. The Chinese have had this figured out for thousands of years. Look at daily maintenance practices like Tai Chi or Qi Gong. Along with physical and spiritual awareness is joint resilience. This is the stuff of longevity. This clicks when you see an 80-year-old doing something impressive on social media. They haven't been crushing themselves under weights at the gym. They've been doing low-intensity, high-frequency training their whole life. Now in old age, they still have their capabilities, no loss of function. And strength endurance is just as practical as maximal strength. In the past few years, I've experienced many situations that demand strength mixed with conditioning. I recently took my sons on a hike. They surprised me with how far they walked down the trail. But at some point, they got tired and were ready to give up. It was my job to carry them back close to 2 miles. Walking with a 40-pound, awkwardly weighted child for a mile is very similar to a 100-rep squat. The first minute, you think, this is easy. It feels great. But halfway through, you're thinking, am I really going to be able to do this? But the training kicks in. You go into that place where you can outlast. It's not running. It's not lifting a heavy object from the ground. It's this in-between where a lot of usefulness lies, and it's in our DNA. The original primal movement is carrying something of medium weight for a long distance, and squats mimic this, but they also build the legs. Do high-rep calisthenics build muscle? Not in bulky bodybuilder proportions, but if you're after lean, athletic, muscular legs, high-rep squats will get you there. I've never felt a bigger quad pump than after doing a 100-rep squat. If the environment in your body is conducive with building muscle, then you'll see growth in your legs, no doubt. And you'll most likely see a reduction in body fat. There's something about this high-rep muscular conditioning that has a very positive effect on metabolism. You simply burn tons of calories while pumping your legs full of blood and taking them to mechanical fatigue. I started this challenge 30 days ago, and my goal was to do 100 squats per day. And I wanted it to take no longer than 5 minutes, something quick and easy I could pump out with my morning coffee or after a work day. I started with 2 sets of 40 because that's what I could handle at the time. You may even start lower with 20 or 30 reps, but after just 1 week, I was starting to hit 2 sets of 50. On day 24, powered by a strong cup of coffee, I blasted through 50 reps, and I thought, maybe I'll do 70. I ended up doing 100. On day 30, I replicated it, and that's what you're seeing right here. But this time, I didn't feel like I needed 20 minutes to recover. I could move directly on to something else. These are the gains that aren't sexy, but matter tremendously. There are many ways to train, but I'm a believer that in the most basic exercises, there is beauty. I timed this challenge to start in mid-November, so I could put out this video close to the new year. To all my fellow busy parents who can't make it to the gym as much as you'd like, know that lifting weights, going for jogs, and hitting cardio machines is only one way to train. What could you do to grow into the best shape of your life with nothing but you and the ground beneath you? Here's the challenge to kick off this year right. For 30 days, do 2 sets of bodyweight squats close to failure. The goal is 2 sets of 50. This is challenging, while at the same time, it is attainable for most people. The bonus goal is to test a set of 100 when it feels right for you. Screenshot this and keep it on your phone for the first part of the year. Could you get into the best shape of your life with minimal equipment in 2026? Comment below if you'll take on the challenge. Think deep, squat deeper.